Hi, it's Tim from AK Endless Sports Cards. It is a beautiful afternoon in Alaska. It is mid-60s. The sun is out. There's no wind whatsoever. The birds are chirping. Just a fantastic weather day here in the state of Alaska. So I haven't done a video in quite some time, but I'm now on vacation, so I have some more time on my hands. And I have some new pickups, both from a trade night that I attended a while back, but also some things that I had ordered online. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through those new pickups. I also made a decision on a new set to collect. I'll show you some of these, again, some of these singles that I had picked up. I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I am going to go for an 86-87 Fleer basketball set, all PSA 8 and or 9. That's going to be my goal. And so I'll show you some of those pickups. A lot of these pickups, have to do with that goal in mind. I already have the Jordan, so I already got the most difficult card out of the way. And so decided I'm just going to go for it. So let me share these pickups with you. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and go through some of these pickups. So I recently bought a lot on eBay of 1686-87 Fleer cards. The first three that I'm going to go through here with you are ones that I'll probably end up trading. I am planning on going to this year's National, so I'll probably bring them there and may trade these because they are stickers, and I kind of viewed these as more of like throw-in type cards. And so here they are. So I have an Isaiah Thomas in a PSA 5, and then an Alex English in a PSA 5 as well, and a Hakeem Olajuwon in a PSA 5. So these don't meet my set requirements. I'm trying to get all 8s and 9s. I will get the stickers as well. But let's get into the actual cards from the main set. So the first one is Daryl Dawkins in an 8. I'm not going to be super picky with these as I pick them up, but here's a nice card. This is a Norm Nixon in a 9. Really, really nice card. These 86-87 Fleers can be pretty tricky to grade. Here's a Robert Parrish in an 8. Here's a Bernard King, also in an 8. Sam Perkins. Jay Humphries. Really like these cards. They were freshly graded. They have the new label, and the cases are basically scratch free as I'm taking a look at them here. Larry Drew in a 9. Real nice card there. Al Wood. When I look at these cards, there's, just a couple 9s mixed in with these 8s. There's very little difference between the two grades that you can see. I'm sure if you looked at them super close, you'd be able to tell the difference here and there, but for the most part, they're pretty similar. Here's an Albert King. Alvin Robertson. Larry Smith. Melvin Turpin. And Bill Walton. So like I said, I bought all these in one lot, for a little over $20 a piece. I just thought that this would be a good way to get my set started. And so I'll be back here momentarily with some other pickups that are unrelated to the set. And I'm back. All right, so really pumped to pick up those, what's going to amount to 13 86-87 Fleer cards that I'm going to use towards my set. I have some other pickups to show you, just 5 additional cards. First one is a Darren Williams Topps Treasury Rip card. These are from 08, 09. Topps Treasury Basketball. They only made the set 1 year, unfortunately. Number to 299. It's unripped. Paid a little bit over 20 bucks for it. So back in the day, I bought a hobby box of Topps Treasury, and each hobby box had one rip card in it. Every box. You know, in hindsight, back then, boxes were like $100, if I remember correctly. Probably should have bought a bunch of those. And if I could go back in time, I'd buy cases of them. But, you know, it is what it is. I always like these rip cards, though. And, you know, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I'm big on rip cards. I put together a set of 07, 08, and then I bought an Otani from Topps also. So when I find rip cards that I think are a good deal, I buy them. Second card is an optic holo of Zion Williamson. I probably caught a falling knife a little bit on this card. It's a PSA 9. It's actually a really nice copy. You know, a lot of the edges on these holos from this year look like they're a little bit rough cut, and that might be what dinged it a little bit there. It's a pretty nice card, though. It's a really nice copy. You know, I say that I might have caught a falling knife because I bought this for $70. I remember really wanting this card when they were like $200 and over $200, and I just couldn't buy. I just couldn't pull the trigger. You know, he was getting hurt and stuff, and I was like, well, you know, I'm gonna wait until they get cheaper. I ended up buying this for $70. I haven't looked at what they've been going for since. They're probably even cheaper, but I'm happy with the card. I'm rooting for Zion. Yeah, he seems like a good enough guy, but he's just having such a hard time staying healthy, and so I'm really hoping he does, because when he plays, he's a great player, and you don't want to see anybody be injured, you know, when they get in the NBA. So, as far as me buying other cards of Zion, I won't be buying anything else personally. Like this is my high-end Zion, and I know it's grand scheme of thing, it's not super high-end, but this is about as high as I'll go. But I like this card, and I like the optic holos in general, so. Did pick that up. I'm almost scared to look to see what they're going for now. They're probably quite a bit cheaper. Next card I picked up at trade night. Bosco's in Anchorage has a trade night. It's not quite every month, but most months, and it's just a great time. Bosco's is an excellent card shop in my opinion. I'm just, you know, a happy customer that enjoys going there. Anyways, I was able to pick this up at the last trade night, and this is a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Select PSA 10. But what's cool about it is this isn't just the base Select, this is the courtside. So if you're not familiar with Select as a product, your courtside are the variations of these cards that are hardest to get. And so I looked up the population report actually that night when I got this, and at the time I think it was 54. So there's only 54 of these in a PSA 10. He's first team All-NBA. I mean, he's just a fantastic player, and you know, when they get Chet Holmgren back and maybe pick up a piece or two this offseason, they could be really fun to watch. And so I thought it was a good time to maybe go ahead and pick this card up. That's a courtside SGA. This next card I bought on the Bay. This is a Panini Revolution Chinese New Year Emerald Trae Young. It's PSA 9. Cool design on these. What I really liked about this card is it's rare. It's numbered to 88. So this is the tough one. I still think the Trae Young stuff is way too cheap. I think I paid $100 for this, and I get it. Like, if you're not really too into cards, it's easy to think that, well, you know, $100 is a lot on a card, and I guess to a degree it is. But this is a rare card of an NBA superstar. I mean, this guy averaged like 27 points and 10 assists. I'm still a believer. I picked up an optic red and showed that on a previous video for a little over $100 as well. And I just think the Trae Young stuff is way too cheap. I actually enjoy watching him, so I'm hoping that he's going to be successful in the future as well. So made that pickup, and I only have one more pickup to show, and it's probably my favorite out of this group. It's a 2021 Prism Giannis Gold. It's in a PSA 9. Look at the shine on that card. I really like these Prism Golds. Really, really cool cards. You know, again, if you're not super familiar with these, they're numbered to 10. So super rare. A lot of people don't like the horizontal cards. I really don't mind. It's rare. I like Giannis. It's got a great shine to it. And so I picked this up at trade night also. I got it for a pretty fair price. I'm just a Giannis fan. And it's hard to beat rare Giannis. So really enjoyed adding this card to my collection as well. And so these are the pickups. I'm also excited to note that I just got my most recent PSA grading order back today, actually. And so I'm going to make a video showing those pickups because I made some predictions before I sent those in. If you haven't seen that video, take a look. I have a video where I prepped a PSA submission. Well, it's that order that came back. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a video showing those off as well. Very, very thrilled with those grading results. So hey, you know, it's summertime. The weather's beautiful. If you get an opportunity, I've been getting outside, getting some exercise, getting some fresh air. If you know, I definitely recommend doing the same. Hope everybody's summer's off to a great start here. And remember that the opportunities for collecting sports cards are endless.